Morning, everyone. So, Wilds of Eldraine has just dropped, and it has come to my attention that a lot of people have made their way to my channel looking for new player guides. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take our previous upgrade series and we're going to update it for Wilds of Eldraine. So, what we're doing today is we're taking a look at all of the starter decks that everyone gets to play with, and we're going to update them with about somewhere between 10 to 15 rares, and making a updated, slightly more competitive deck out of the stuff that you start the game with. So let's go take a look at our first deck. It's going to be the Legions of Phyrexia deck. Let's see what we can do to update it for Wilds of Eldraine. Okay, so here's what the deck starts with. This deck is still widely non-updated since the last time we saw this deck, when Marching Machines came out. So it still runs a lot of just really odd cards like Ichor Drinker, Alabaster Host Intercessor, Deadly Derision Pilot. Like, there's a lot of just like really odd choices with this deck, but then there's also a lot of really good choices, because like you take a look at these and you see things like Progenitor Exarch, Seedpod Caretaker, Grafted Butcher, Gix, Sculpted Perfection. So you can see that there's a theme that they're trying to go for. The whole idea with this is they want to generate a bunch of incubation tokens to try and like overwhelm the opponent by making just a wide board, pumping with things like Sculpted Perfection and Grafted Butcher, and just trying to take over the game by going wide. But there's a lot of just like really bad cards in here, like Alabaster Host Intercessor. That's just awful. And then you have Infected Defector. It's like no one in the right mind would actually play this. Deadly Derision. It's like there's so many better removals in Standard right now. It's like no one's gonna play this card. Seedpod Caretaker, while it is on theme and it does what you want to be doing, it just, if you have an empty board and you like draw this out the top of the library, it really doesn't do anything for you. It's like this is something that you need to like curve into while you're already on your game plan. So this is kind of a bad card on its own. Well, anyways, this is what you start with. Let's see what we can do to upgrade this. So this is what we did to change the deck around, make it a little bit more cohesive, make it work, right? Okay, so we took out things like the Alabaster Host Intercessor. We brought the average casting cost of the entire deck down to about 3. The only thing in the deck that is more than 3 is the End. And the End isn't here because it's just a really, really good removal spell. Because this spell will not only kill a creature or a planeswalker, so it can hit anything that's really relevant, but it also gets rid of all other instances of that card in the game. It's an old effect called like a lobotomy effect. You basically make it so your opponent forgets how to play this. So if you have an opponent playing Sheoldred, the Wandering Emperor, Jace, Liliana, anything like that, and you don't want to see it anymore for the entire game, you cast this spell, you kill it, you remove all instances of this card from their deck, their library, and their hand. It's gone. Done for the game. Crawling Chorus is in here to replace the Ichor Drinker. We have Cut Down. We kept the 1 copy of Progenitor Exarch, as honestly, it's like, I think it can be pretty decent, especially because it will give you 3 incubation tokens. Even if all you do is you pay 2 on the X, you make 3 1/1 incubators, which are great for sacrifice or for just giving you more extra board presence. Banosh Sleeper, we kept those, but we knocked it down to about 2. Norn's Inquisitor, we bumped that up to a full 4 of, because this is an absolute role player for this deck. This is something you want to draw early and draw it often. Ossification is probably one of the better removal spells you can be using in white, so we bumped that up to a 4 of. Phyrexia Missionary, kept that in as a 2 of. We bumped up the Grafted Butcher up to a 3 of, because this is easily one of the best cards in your deck. Not so much because it gives your team +1/+1, but because it gives your team menace, and sometimes that's just what you need to get past some very pesky blockers. We also added Elasil Core into the deck, because while this is not an aristocrat style deck, this is a Phyrexian deck, and Elas happens to be a Phyrexian core cleric. So this is in here just to eke out a little extra life for yourself and death for your opponent. Phyrexian Awakening, I bounced back and forth with this card, but ultimately I kept it in because Vigilance is a really strong keyword, and you get to incubate 4 when you play it, so it's not bad for only 3 mana. Back for Seconds, this is a new card from Wilds of Eldraine. I like this one because, 1, it's a bargain effect, and I love bargain as a keyword. It's basically kicker with extra steps. So instead of like paying mana to do a kicker effect, you sacrifice a artifact, enchantment, or token. So for example, if you have like Crawling Chorus in play, and you use Back for Seconds to get back something like Grafted Butcher or Gix or anything that's important to you in your graveyard, you can kick it by sacrificing a Crawling Chorus. It will leave you with a Phyrexian Might, and you'll be able to put one of those 2 cards directly into play because everything in your deck is 3 or less. So Back for Seconds seems like a pretty good include for this deck. Bloated Processor. It's a really good card, really good for this deck specifically, so I bumped this up by 1. Gix also. Gix rewards you for going wide, and that's something this deck does. So I bumped that up by 1. We kept the Phyrexian Arena in as a 1 of. A little bit of extra card draw is never bad. And the mana base is roughly the same. The only change I made to the mana base was I took out the 1 Pain land in favor of Restless Fortress. Now, if you haven't seen this yet, this is another new card from Wilds of Eldraine. It's a white-black land, comes into play tapped, and it is a mana land. It gives you the ability, pay 2, a white and a black. Restless Fortress becomes a 1/4 white and black nightmare creature until end of turn. It's still a land. And whenever Restless Fortress attacks, defending player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So it gives you a little extra oomph on the attack and helps you gain a little bit of life as well. So even if this creature gets blocked, your opponent is still losing 2 life. So it's pretty good mana land. So it's also probably one of my more favored. I'd probably put this on like number 2 out of like all my favorite ones. So yeah, that's the deck. It still runs the go wide theme of the Phyrexian Legion deck, with just some better removal, a few better creatures, and yeah, just kind of cut a lot of the high-end thickness out of the deck and it's made it a little more lean, made it a little more lethal. So let's go take it out onto the ladder and see how it does. Okay, so our first game of the day gives us a Norn's Inquisitor, Ossification, Phyrexian Missionary, and Phyrexian Awakening. So it looks like it has a pretty decent curve, so let's go with it. It's a pretty cool sleeve. I think that's from the Warhammer like Blitzball series. So I believe this is my first ranked game of the new standard ladder. So let's see what people are playing now. Alright, so we got a green. Let's go here, go with Norn's Inquisitor. Bum, ba, bum, bum. I love this board. It's that chilled out, jazzy feel. It's really nice. It would be nice, however, if our opponent would make some moves. They might not be here, though. Hello, opponent. I think they might have left. Oh, and they discarded Wandering Emperor. That's not good. Let's play Phyrexian Awakening. Now all of our Phyrexians have Vigilance. Pretty cool. But it would be cooler if they were here to play the game. So yeah, this is actually my first opportunity to sit down and actually play the game. And my first game is an absentee opponent. It's kind of silly. Yeah, whatever. I guess we'll just take that first win, huh? They're definitely not here. Unfortunate. Alright, let's go ahead and animate this. That is unfortunately one of the drawbacks of having to animate these, is having to spend mana on them, so you don't have that mana to cast things from your hand. That would be a great usage of Tezzeret. If you happen to want to play with Tezzeret, he has a static ability of the first time you activate an artifact ability, it costs 2 less. So you could use that to just animate one of your dudes for free. Yeah, he is definitely not there. Game over? Game over. Alright, well let's get another game where our opponent is actually here. Okay, so a Crawling Chorus. Yeah. Alright, we'll keep it. The Sunlit Marsh is probably not going to get cast for a while though. So, play Crawling Chorus first. Ginger Brute. Okay. I like him. Yeah, I'll block it. Maybe with the 1/1. Let's go swamp into Grafted Butcher. Attack for 2. We get smoked. Kindly Ancestor, huh? Very interesting. Alright, let's go here. And we'll go Ossification on the Kindly. Oh, we gotta choose a land. Release the Ancestor. Attack for 2. Sun Gold Sentinel. Exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Okay, let's go. What are we gonna cast this turn? Yeah, go land. We'll go Elos. We'll go Ossification. Target that. Get rid of the card. And that was enough. That's all they needed. Okay, so we're looking at 3 lands. Crawling Chorus, Bloated Processor, Gix, The End. Looks okay. We'll see if we can make it work. Ooh, guy. Rattling his little lantern. Ooh, spooky. What you gonna do, friend? Oh, I never noticed this. Like, I've noticed the broken door on this back here, but I never noticed the werewolf footprints leading up to it. That's pretty cool. Oh, come on. Don't tell me I have another opponent who isn't here. Granted, it's making for quick games, but still. You might have a mobile opponent. Oof. Okay. Let's go and play this. Play a chorus. Oh, I see you highlighting things. I think you might be here. He's here. Alright, cool. Well, we may have a game then. Alright, let's go here. Let's go Dogma. Attack. Go pay the 1. Take action. Draw a card. Cool. So, next one we play is probably going to be the Bloated Processor, just so that we have something that we can use to sacrifice our other Phyrexians in case of removal. As one of the best things that the Bloated Processor does for us is give us a free sacrifice outlet. This card would probably see even more play outside of decks like this if you could sacrifice any creature to it, not just a Phyrexian. Cruel Somniphage. Okay, he's milling himself. Dreadfast Demon Dagger. Okay, so this is a Reanimator deck. Interesting. So that means we need to come in hard and fast. So we'll play that land. We'll play Butcher. We'll play Norn's Inquisitor. Full send. Take action. Take action. Okay, cool. So whatever he does end up reanimating, if anything, we have ways to get rid of it and, like, remove from game effects. So I think we're still going to be okay. Okay, so we cast the Somniphage. Alright. Go here. Get rid of the Somniphage. Okay, so that was a mistake on my part. I should have animated the token and attacked, but I didn't. Didn't matter anyways, he was still out. Not bad. Deck's pretty fast. So we have a Scarab Barons and a Plains. That's 2 lands. Classification, Emissary, Cut Down, and 2 copies of Back for Seconds. It's got removal, but it's not very fast. Let's go ahead and mulligan this. Okay, now we have 3 lands, 2 Inquisitors, Ossification. Yeah, we'll keep this. So, we'll keep this. And what will we send back? We'll probably send back one of the 2 Norns Inquisitors. Alright. Land per turn. Ooh, look at this board. Like, little pop-ups. This little pop-up book. That's so cute. Oh, I love it. You got Jack and the Beanstalk down here. You got Hansel and Gretel's cottage up here. Got the Ice Queen up here. And you have Ashiok's Nightmare down here. That is so cool. Oh, and Totentanz and the Rat King. Okay, so we're up against fairies. Nice. So here's a Ward 2. Oh, I think we can actually hear the fire crackling over there in that cauldron. Oh wow, 2 Sleep Curse fairies. Interesting. He's starting to go off over there. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and animate. Attack with that. Listen to that whimsical music. That is so cool. Yep. Get you one. Ooh, no land. That's not good. Okay. Let's go with the Praetor. Got a counterspell for it? Probably does. Okay. Oh, the curse is broken. Okay, attack for 1. Get it. Let's see here. Let's start with an attack. Just want to see what they do with their mana over there. Did a post attack. It's not good. Let's see here. Hurt that land. Yep. Okay, so this is actually a pretty decent open. Only need 2 mana because all their entire hand except for Gix is 2 mana. Okay, so up against good old mono red. Double Phoenix check. Okay. Ow, ow. Okay. So, we're not going to cast anything right now. Well, nothing that costs 3. So we're going to go with the Restless Fortress. We will activate. Comes in as a bigger boy. Swing for 4. Let's see what they cast. Squeebob. Okay. Alright, so you're going to get 1 good attack right now. And Ossification's going to take that. Alright, play that. I'm going to play Ossification. Target that way. Get rid of Squeebob. And then we'll play another Norns Inquisitor. Swing. Ooh, Thundering Raiju. Alright, coming in hard and fast. Yeah, put the token on there. Make it so I can't block effectively. Alright. Let's see here. So let's activate this. And still not enough damage to get all the way through, unfortunately. Yeah, pretty close though. Pretty close. Alright. That's that. Okay, here we are. So, we have all kinds of black mana, a little bit of white. Unfortunately, that our white source comes in tapped. It's okay, we'll keep it. Because this is probably my favorite board in the entire game. I just really love the chilled out groove. Got Beholder. Oh, my bad, my bad. Alright, let's go swamp. We're gonna go with the Crawling Chorus first. Just in case they have a removal, I can still have a 1/1. Come on up, okay. So up against another red deck. Oh, this is a Gruul deck. How interesting. Alright, let's go here. We'll go Frog. Take the action. Gain a life. Draw a card. I love Gix in this deck. He's so good. What kind of hasty nonsense are you gonna play? Jar. Yeah, that's gonna have to go. Alright, let's see here. Let's play this. Actually, what we'll do is we'll play the Grafted Butcher this turn. Give all of our boys Menace. Menace is so strong. I'll take the action. Draw 2 cards. Play Kroros. Kumano is back. Charming Scoundrel. Interesting. What are you gonna do with that? Create a Wicked roll, maybe? Oh, no. Treasure token. I love that every different version of the treasure token has a different art. It's so cool. Alright, so let's start with Ossification. We're gonna get rid of that. Oh. Okay. That works for me. Let's see here. What else can we do then? In that case, we will play a Norn's Inquisitor. And we will go with no attacks right now. We'll wait to see what you do. What's his ability anyways? Sacrifice a legendary creature you can cook a symbol, so you can gain indestructible on a turn. Okay. Come at me with that, huh? Okay. Alright, here we go. Let's see. We'll go with a cut down on that. And let's go ahead. Actually, no. We'll go with Phyrexian Awakening. There we go. We need to do a little bit of setup and create a better board position for ourselves. Because I don't want to attack into that 5/5. No attacks. Next turn, we can animate our guys, and then we start swinging. It looks like our opponent might be stuck on 3 land, which is not good. Questing adventure. He's trying to get some land. Hey, he found one. Nice. Basic commander. Okay. Ow. Alright. Land for turn. Another Norn's Inquisitor. You're gonna activate this. Gets really big. And next, attack for 7. Munch it. End turn. We're getting to a point we might be able to utilize that Progenitor Exarch. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to activate all of them. And we're going to come in hard right now. And all of our boys have vigilance too. Okay. Oh. Couldn't hide behind the bodyguard forever. Okay, so this looks a little bit better. So we got 2 lands, some creatures. We'll keep it. Probably cast Elas Court first. Oh, could this be Golgari food? That's kind of cool. That is just a really good token card there. It scries to you sacrifice it for life and card draw. Not bad. Alright, play the Sunlit Marsh first. Yep, Golgari food. Oh yeah. Archivist. Let's go here. Play Elas. Greta! Nice. Alright, let's play Sunlit Marsh. Actually, yeah, well we have to. It's the only land we have. We're gonna ossify. No attacks. Knight of Sweet's Revenge. Create a food token. Foods have tap for green. That's so crazy. He is going off. Oh my god. That Archivist has got to go though. Alright, so Swamp, play Sleeper with Kicker. Bypass that. You lose creature, lose a bit of life, attack for 2. Just gonna gain some life and draw a card. Very nice. Sacrifice Knight of Sweet's Revenge. Creatures you control. You have +X until end of turn where X is the number of foods you control. Wow, that's pretty cool. Alright, Tough Cookie's gonna have to go. Oh, and another Greta. I think the Tough Cookie's a little bit more dangerous right now, though. Let's see. With the Phyrexian Awakening. Just waiting for him to cast a protection effect. No attacks. Nope, he's out of there. I think next turn we can cast back for seconds. And we can kick it by sacrificing the Phyrexia and Awakening. It's so cool being able to use your food as mana. Yeah, come on in. Draw a card, gain some life. Pretty good stuff. Alright, cool. Target that land right there. Okay. So I'm gonna try and get as much action out of that as possible right now. Okay. So we'll go with back for seconds. We're gonna kick it. Choosing both of these. We're going to sacrifice that for the bargain. But one of these cards may go 4 or less onto the battlefield. Yes, we will put that onto the battlefield so we can still use that for the kicker. A lot of cards in their hand over there. A lot of card draw. Candy Trail again. Okay. What an interesting deck. Pretty cool. I like it. Okay, draw a card. Gaining a ton of life over there. Planes. The Gix. Activate. Attack. Now we draw some cards. Enter. Ooh, we can Progenitor for a lot next turn. I'm honestly really afraid that they're just gonna slam a Skyscraper on me. They have so much mana to play with. Double Grain. Blue. Colorless. What are they casting? Not the Mother Goose. Here's what? X +1/+1 counters on him. When Goose Mother enters the battlefield, create half X food tokens, round it up. Whenever Goose Mother attacks you, you may sacrifice food. If you do, draw a card. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, Swamp. Kick it. Goose Mother. Oh my god. Okay. Sacrifice. Alright. Back for 4. Okay. Take the action. Gain a life. Lose a life. Let's see. So we can X twice. So if we do X, we have 2 mana left open. So we can make 3 2/2s. Yeah, let's do it. Oh no, 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 we don't have enough open. Cancel. We'll do it next turn. It almost enough. Yes. Alright. Draws a card. Potentially looking for something to do. Okay, I take 4. What are you gonna cast with all that mana? Nothing, I guess. Alright, cool. Let's see. Alright. Let's attack then. Oh, I guess he didn't have anything. No follow-ups, huh? Okay, so here we are. We played our games. Here's our thoughts. The deck is very fast, very aggressive. You need to have the right hand to do this, though. Typically, you don't want to have Progenitor Exarch in your opening hand. You're typically not going to be playing this before like turn 5 or something like that. Good opening hand, Crawling Chorus, Norn's Inquisitor, Grafted Butcher. Those are the kind of things you want to have in your opening hand. Everything else is kind of just gravy. The MVPs of the deck so far have been Norn's Inquisitor and Gix. Gix is really solid for this deck. Grafted Butcher has come in very handy a few times, mostly for the menace effect, giving your entire team menace. I've said this before, it cannot be underrated. This is such a great effect for your deck. As far as new cards go, Back for Seconds is great because you can sacrifice one of your tokens. You can sacrifice Phyrexian Awakening after you get your token from it, or just something that's laying around that you don't need at the moment. So Back for Seconds, really good for this deck. The End, I know is a great card. Unfortunately, we never drew into it, so we couldn't really showcase it in this video. But we know that being able to rip all copies of a Sheoldred out of someone's deck is a pretty solid game plan. Other cards that we didn't really draw into, we never got a chance to play with Bloated Processor. We just had better cards in our hand to play with it. So the game plan never really lined up for this. Phyrexian Arena we never drew into, but that's a good card though. Ossification really pulled its weight in these games. Being able to just target literally anything with Ossification is really solid. There's really no instances where drawing an Ossification is a bad move for you, as opposed to things like, say, Cut Down or maybe even Go for the Throat, where those are really good cards with great effects, but they have limitations. So cards like Ossification and The End are really good for killing anything that's in your way. So that's pretty much the deck. It works really good, mostly just because we took pretty much all of like the top end cards that cost like 5 or 6 mana. We just kicked them right out of the deck, and we went really hard on turns 1, 2, and 3. And I think doing that is the right move for a deck that wants to go wide. So I think that's what we're going to go with. As far as further upgrading this deck past this, I would probably ditch the Progenitor Exarch, mostly just because I've never once found myself in a situation to play it. And there was one game where I could have played it, and it would have just been win more. It wasn't like a turn the tide kind of situation. Aside from that, if you got the Sheoldreds already, I'd probably jam them in this deck because they're already Phyrexians. It fits the theme of the deck. Elasil Core was pretty decent. It wasn't really like a role player for the deck, but eking out a couple extra points of health here and there never hurts. Any other cards that really didn't really fit? Not really, no. Everything in here kind of fits the mix of the deck, nice and cohesive. Yeah, probably the only thing I would really want to swap out is probably the Progenitor Exarch. Maybe move some numbers around a little bit to make some room for a couple copies of Sheldra the Apocalypse. Aside from that, deck's solid. So yeah, I'll put a link to the deck list down below in the description box, so you can give it a chance if you want to. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. Good deck, good times. So, until next time, take care of yourselves.